Hooray!
Actually, yeah, Dan Barry could never
That
turn
one
heel.
moment, that one moment in the Tivoli lives in my heart. I adore. Oh, it gives me energy. It's so good.
This is why Dan Barry is an Irishman. He understands. Like when we were slagging off Irish Americans earlier on in the
Dan's
few
Irish.
weeks ago, and Dan Barry is Irish. He just happens to be American.
Dan Barry's Irish. Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, all Irish.
All Irish, yeah, exactly. Because it's an attitude. Being Irish is not just a nationality; it's a cultural thing. It's a way of being.
Well, it's being Irish is a deficiency, like iron.
Yeah, it's a lack of self-esteem. That's what it is. Like, because again, like most wrestlers, like especially imports, when they come in, they put on a great show and they head off, and it's just another show to them in a sense. Whereas Dan Barry understands that, like, and he got the whole crowd to fall in love with him by saying, "Listen, you guys don't know how the fuck I am. Let's just have a match here and see what happens." And we all felt sorry for him at the same time.
Let's just call this match now and go for a drink. Yeah. One of us. I will say, at their peak, especially in the Tivoli, British Strong Style could do no wrong. They were just.
I can understand where you're coming from, but as a year oneer, I can't. Bruce,
very true.
Young and bitter Pete Dunne is a phenomenal heel. So I couldn't support you on that one, but I understand where you're coming from.
Better baby face with crazy potential, a little bit controversial depending on where you stand on everything that went on, but Scotty Davis
still has not tapped into
but everything pre-lockdown there was momentum there.
Yeah.
Very good wrestle boy, and for all the reasons that I'm aware of, it is the way it is now. I went on a fucking tirade, and I'll tell you this: I have a desire not to get involved, but to put the onus on actually writing. There's no writing in Irish wrestling. There's no writers. Everyone's either a wrestler or someone who can kind of handle a mic. There's not a fucking writer among them. It's a pain in the bollocks.
Yeah. I think
it's very frustrating.
It's the curse of indie wrestling, because you're working by your own.
Specifically because the last show I saw Scotty Davis cutting a promo, and the second he grabbed the mic, I was like, the air left the room. Yeah. Well, he is like he has a presence and an aura and physical acumen, and he has an interesting look, but the second he speaks,
gone.
It's baffling. But everything he says should be fueled by the fact that he kicked lumps out of most people.
Yeah.
Like, he's holy fuck. But it just doesn't, because I've just after looking at the CVV interview with Kurt Angle. And the whole idea that, fucking McMahon, for all of his faults, was 100% correct in having Kurt Angle be a goof, but the second he got into the ring.
Yeah.
No one wants to do. Kurt Angle can do. Scotty Davis is our Kurt Angle. Are we all getting it?
It can be done. That's the thing. Like, it is possible. I think if you have the talent for it, and also if you're able to open yourself up to the possibility as well. And I think sometimes if I'm deviling here a little bit, I'd say I think some wrestlers are a bit insecure in the fact that, like, they might have to do something like that to get over.
Whereas performer being insecure, like Barry,
no. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whereas there'd be some people like a lot of the original OTT crew realize this is a glorious opportunity. I'm taking whatever I can fucking get. So if Sammy and Barry and Jussie are gonna become a ridiculous fucking tag team where they come out in fucking pink leggings, that's exactly what they're going to do. That is a mindset. That is an understanding of, like, it doesn't actually matter what I do in the ring. Getting over is the actual important bit. And again, we've had these TED Talks before on this show where actually sometimes being a wrestler is great and will put you in a very good position depending on where you are in the world. If you're in Japan, you'll be applauded for your wrestling ability, and the getting over part will come in time when they actually, when you've basically done enough reps and you've worked on certain aspects of it. Whereas I think in Ireland in particular, and again, this is perhaps just me with my own analysis. I've been out of the Irish wrestling game for a year or two at this stage, but I think the biggest skill in Irish wrestling is getting over. It doesn't actually matter if you're a good wrestler, in bad or indifferent. That's an indie wrestling mindset. That's inherent from PWG.
Once you're over, though, I think you're over forever.
Yes.
Once
exactly.
once the crowd let you in, you're in forever. The newest person who got over, and genuinely I didn't like him, was the Sem. I didn't like him. I didn't get him. He fucking annoyed me, and then he walked out one day, and I went, "Oh, something's different with him."
Yeah.
And he played sympathetic babyface, and he is over like motherfuck. And
I think that's also that's the joy of also having seen these wrestlers like developing in real time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel it in the room where it clicks. I was like, that's it. You have it. Roll that to the fucking moon. And I got that I had that moment with LJ one time, because, and it actually, funny enough, was with a match. It was in a match in particular where like he wasn't sure. Like, it was LJ is a phenomenal talent in a sense where he can be a pure babyface or a pure heel. He can be both.
Better heel. I adore him as a heel.
He's a fucking star. He comes as a heel and he's brilliant.
He's so good and he's so technical and he's just, I believe it. And I want to believe it. And he's a fucking sweetheart. That lovely moments and nice interactions, but
the incredible thing is, there's a whole contingent of Irish wrestlers who can do the exact same thing. You can put Fabio in that category. He can be a pure babyface.
Fuck yeah.
Pure heel.
Yes.
Martin Steers is the same thing. Fucking, I would
Awful
actually throw.
bastard.
This is a shout, and I hope I'm vindicated in the future. Renzo Rose, I would believe, is going to be the same. I can tell you now, when Renzo turns babyface, it's going to hit like crack, because then you have a reason to sing his theme song. You have a reason to get the fucking arms out and fucking bellow out fucking Italian lyrics. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. So, like, there's an emotional investment there already, in a sense, and again, like it's not like it's not a surprise. It's the art of getting over. You know, you can be a great technical wrestler, you can have all the tools to put together a good match, but it won't matter unless the crowd is engaged, unless you have an interaction, unless you're able to actually pull them into into your reality and do it that way. Again, I'll actually use Raven Creed as an example here. And Raven Creed winning the championship the first time against Sami Zayn it felt like a bit of a happy accident, because the crowd arbitrarily decided, fuck it, let's just get behind Raven and get the champion.
For that whole weekend, for the start, that was the Defiant weekend.
Yes.
Started the weekend, people booed the fuck out of her. Blue hair, no fans was the chant. And by the end of the weekend, babyface champion.
But you know what it was? Because she had that fucking unreal match in the stadium where I think she power bombed one of the fucking can't remember who the guy's name I can think of, but he's huge. He's one of the big fucking guys they brought over. Ace something. I can't remember. Something. But fucking like did Tiger like did a proper like a corner bomb on him, and then
Ace Romero.
Yeah.
Was it Ace Romero? Was it? Yeah. Ace, yeah. I couldn't remember who it was. But like dropped the bomb on him, and immediately everyone went like, "Oh!"
Yeah.
And immediately we thought, we've got something here.
Yeah,
there is something going on here.
She's like functionally jacked.
Yeah,
you don't realize it, but she stands in front of you, and you're like, "There's a fucking frame of a weapon there." You don't realize, like, if you know what you're looking for, and you've been looking. Hey, we've all looked at people in wrestling gear for years, and some people look great. But you look at her and go, "No, I think she could actually stop a car. I think she could legit stop a car." She's Sarah's one of, if not Sarah's favorite wrestler, actually Martina as well. And two completely different case studies, completely different characters. But the one thing they do, and I fucking picked it up from R-Truth, from his chat with Jesus CVV. Fucking love that man.
Yeah.
You go, you have to go all in on it. You have to throw yourself into it. And Raven wasn't really doing that for a time. And then she went back to Cork and she rehoned and she's back and she's really in it now. Martina never took a soft fucking day, always fully into it. You never really wanted to see people see anything bar what she wanted to show you. Fucking great to see. And you see my favourite unlimited potential person that I just really want to like see the next level is Callum Black. I adore him, man.
Absolutely. I like the guy. I like the man himself.
He moves better in the ring than most people. And in a very he's back. Yeah, he's back in black form.
I remember his first run.
Yeah, it's but like the lad are very. I call them the very good wrestle boy, our mid carder, who basically dictates the pace of an entire live show at the moment in OTT is Jay. He's the very good wrestle boy. He is the person to go through and pass on your way up and down the card because he's just unspeakably fucking talented as a human being.
Yeah,
it's frustrating to know that we're actually the same species. What? From Ballyfermot.
Yeah,
I know people from Ballyfermot. They're not like him. What the fuck? He's mind-boggling.
But again, like I said, we're like as a country, we're blessed with having like enough of a base of wrestlers there to say like even though we only have like a couple of home promotions and we're only able to put on shows at certain times and stuff, and you have to work around real life commitments and work and families and all that sort of stuff. But it just goes to show you the talent has always been there. There's still a constant drip feed, and eventually we'll like people will come and go, people will leave wrestling, and there are people that have left wrestling, and it's a fucking shame that they're gone. But there's also the adult part of my brain going, get yourself a fucking real job.
Yeah.
You know, kind of way.
Yeah.
Like, but at least if you're going all in, you're going like you will probably make it because there is a pathway there. But it's whether you're willing to go through all the shit.
We are disproportionately represented internationally.
Currently. Like, look at
First ever Universal Champion, first ever
Yeah.
Smackdown Women's Champion, first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah. Like that. Look at the last fucking show of Raw. Irish, top to bottom. Like, what the fuck? Fucking Shamey, fucking Finn, and Lyra. Fucking here we are, boys. There is such a direct path, and there's waves in Japan, and there's waves. We
got Debbie in Japan now as well, and
Debbie's in Japan. LJ done his tours. Martina's been over that route. We're doing exactly what we did before, lads. We're making pubs everywhere.
Yeah,
it's that easy.
It's another Irish diaspora, but just in wrestling form. Yeah.
But there's something in. Like Valkyrie as she was then was just undeniably better than everybody. Yeah. And it was such a weird thing that, again, personal, professional, I don't know. There is no reason why Martina shouldn't be in that spot. She can easily, without a single thought in my head, but just by the look of the draw and the bounce of the ball.
Yeah,
the way the wind went. If Ring of Honor was able to keep going, and she could have gone that route, and so on. But it's just that's fascinating to see. That Valkyrie at the time, I think I saw her first match.
Yeah, you probably did. Yeah,
public match, and you see she's like, oh, she's quite good, but she kept working. And kept working and kept working and kept trying things. And it's someone with the fucking axe on the grindstone, just on sharpening. And it's now in wrestling history. She's made a start on her legacy now. And NXT champion, but this feels like it's the start of something.
I think also as well, like I think she also comes in at a very good time because like NXT like has by far and away, in my opinion, the healthiest women division of any brand out there, outside of the kind of the Joshi sphere, if you like, because obviously that's more bespoke kind of stuff. But if you look like even NXT in particular, and again, throw NXT UK into this as well, because they hoovered up the women's talent at
Wow,
the time,
yeah, that was
and rightfully
stacked,
so,
yeah.
because they needed a huge influx of talent into the women's division at that point. And it just so happened that ICW, Progress, all these other places were just pumping out the women's wrestlers, and Eve, of course. Lest we forget Eve, because I think Eve is the real is a spot to find yourself as a women's wrestler, to actually go, okay, I'm looking for like I have the bare bones of personality here. I just need to put it all together and go to somewhere like Eve, where you're basically given the right platform to do so.
Yeah.
You know, that can do that. That's why you need to do so well over in London right now.
Exactly. Yeah, you took the name.
Place to go, you know.
Yeah, but she has that.
One, in my view.
Anita has the same vibe I saw. Valkyrie was like, she is just undeniable.
I think Anita actually has, I'd say, the same if not higher trajectory than Valkyrie. That's another one of my shouts. That's a big shout for me.
Yeah. No,
that's a lot of pressure, and I don't want to be saying stuff like this on the
internet. It's hope and it's willfulness, and it's we've all played football with people at underage level, and you go, Jesus, if you stuck at it, that's all it is, and it's the hope.
Great way of putting it. Yeah. That's a great fucking way of putting it. And again, I've been in that situation. I've been in a school. It's a footballing school. You look at that class and you go like, fuck, like they've won the fucking they've won the Dublin League again. It's like they've won the school by league 3 years in a row. I can see why, because they're fucking great footballers.
Yeah.
I can tell you now, when you say 3 of those players became professional.
Yeah.
And they're all League of Ireland at this stage, which is still pretty fucking good.
Hey, amazing, well done.
Yeah,
but that's insane. It feels like that's a ridiculous amount, especially considering at the time you're thinking that guy's gonna make it, that guy's gonna fucking get this guy. This guy's already signed a deal with Celtic, so I know he's gonna make it big.
But there was there was a name. There's someone who I swore was gonna be the next Uber babyface, Rocky Mac.
Yeah,
I went, I fucking like that. Wait, where's he gone?
You know what? He got a good fucking job, and he doesn't have to pay. He doesn't have to take bumps for a living, and that's just it as well. But that absolutely is fine. That's absolutely fine.
But that's the thing. I wish people would just remember.
Yeah.
Guess what? We are actually all the same fucking tribe.
Yeah.
And if someone like a Liam Royal, who you're like rocket, moon, go forever, go, and then fucking golden boy Santos out of nowhere. It's like, where did we fucking find him? Like, where did we? He just floated over. But like, you fucking beefy Ronaldo, you. Come on to fuck.
I throw Zoya in that category as well. He's of the last few Fight Factories I've gone to, which again is 6 months now at this stage. Sorry, Katie. It's just like you keep putting on shows when we have shit on. Like fucking, it's ridiculous.
Hang on a minute, Katie. Stream it the fuck.
Yeah, that too actually.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
But yeah, so Zoya I've seen him a couple of times, and he's got physically all the tools. He looks the part, and the character is. It's fine for now, but that will come with time. You'll find something that will click with him, and then once it hits, and he's away he goes. Again, for me personally, I think in Ireland it's important to have the character down first, and then focus on
that's a quicker. It is a quicker route. Well, as well, the moves aren't gonna do it for you because most people can do them, and there's a very high standard of wrestling. It's fucking Jesus, especially at a fucking Fight Factory. Holy fuck. They fucking produce them. They fucking start. There's this weird road of production of a wrestler. Like you see the people who start in Fight Factory who get the polish out of the Irish School of Wrestling and get that kind of angle, and the people who start in the Irish School of Wrestling, Martin, usually kind of come from elsewhere. I'd love to know, has someone done a day one in the Irish School of Wrestling and where have they gone? I don't see that route as much. I don't know that blueprint. Yes.
I did one day in the Irish School of Wrestling, and I went into fatherhood and the civil service.
Yeah, they are.
I did actually,
No, that's not the real story. You scared Joe Cabray. He's afraid to go. That's what that is.
That's true. That did happen.
The sentence.
Weird.
The sentence that passed my lips is that I know people in a WhatsApp group that can cut better promos than the entire current Irish roster of wrestlers in any promotion.
Should look at our RPG group. Like
Exactly.
in RPG, I can tell you, like Amy will say this outright to you, but I'll nick her story on her. Like when we did the first episode of the RPG, and again at the time we would have had Kev, formerly known as Phil Nelson. We would have had Dennis, also known as Cutter at the time, and of course Foxy, and then like ourselves and so forth. And again, it's a good cross section of fans and wrestlers. It's a lovely little median point there. And even before then, we had when Butch had taken things taken over, so Butch had a bit of experience as well. And you know, and there was two other people indeed there at the time, like Tony and so forth. So again, a mixture of wrestlers and non-wrestlers cutting promos, and then this fucking happy little head here down below comes in and blows us all away with his first promo. And I need you on the night. I got a message from Amy going, "We're so fucked." Because you couldn't compete with that promo. It was like, for fuck's sake, we had to draft in Jerry Soul to keep up with the fucking promo. The best Jerry Soul is the best promo in this honest country, and he has not been topped.
Yeah.
He has not been topped in the various different years in Irish wrestling. He is still the best promo in this country. Still the best promo, 100%. The man can switch from fucking heel to face, from manager to wrestler in any fucking shape or form. No one can do that better than him. And the thing is, like, I don't know if Jerry can even teach that. It just, he is talented in what he does. He is that good. And Jamie is just that good as well. Like, can Jamie even like try and express the way he's good? He can't. He just can cut a promo.
There's a gear shift. There's a gear shift that, and I've talked to Jamie at length about his gears, and I've seen your gears, and I know some of your turns. I can't do them as well as you. You're Tokyo drifting. I'm Artane roundabouting. You know. But to watch Jerry and Jamie, like, there's a gear change and there's a turn. There's a snap and a turn. It's like the magnet on the fridge. That's it. There's no going back from that. The second that's engaged, you are not allowed to exit the vehicle until the promo is over. It's like a fucking Jack Russell. It's lockjaw.
Have you watched season 2, Brian? Have you watched some of season 2? Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you've seen those promos, like, yeah.
But there's just there's a force behind the two of them.